Back with another YouTube live stream. Shalom, Israel. Shalom, you Negroes. I hope everybody's doing well today. It is August 19th, 2026. Oh, we chugging along, people. We chugging along. On your way in the door, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share it to your socials. Smash the bell. Hit the cash app. Send me a couple of dollars for the Pure Elite Tea Fund. I am not officially sponsored by them. I am sponsored by you. Help keep your boy hydrated. Hit the cash app. $ send to the number 2, the letter V. Send to V. Help your boy out. If you don't want to be here, don't be here. Move around. Plenty of places to be out here, these YouTube streets. However, if you are going to be here, you're going to stick around, boys and girls. Make sure y'all check in with the chat. Make sure y'all check in with the chat. Drop the links to your channel so we can spread the love. Salute to my mods. Salute, salute, salute. We soldiers over here. We have kind of semi-serious topic that I want to talk about. This is going to be a Words Matter episode. Hadn't really got into one of those in a while. Yeah, man. I'm probably going to get content strike because I probably need to get up and turn the music down. No, this damn Snoop Dogg track is hitting hard. That I never heard it before. Shit hard as hell. Let me turn that music down. Y'all, I'll be right back. Excuse me. Wonderful day in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Let me get myself together, y'all. Y'all know I ain't never together. I ain't never together. Mind you go. Of all the things I miss, my mind the most. I cash out somebody $5 if they can tell me where I got that quote from. It's Ginsburg, so I don't want nobody saying Ginsburg. That is, yeah, but that ain't what I'm talking about. I got it from a movie. It's a movie quote also. What movie? What famous movie did I get it from? Yeah, that's the trivia on the table. Of all the things I miss, my mind the most. That's Ginsburg, but what movie did I get it from? I'll give y'all a clue. Angelina Jolie starred in the movie. Ooh, yeah. I'm taking y'all back. See who really a movie head like me. Angelina Jolie was a star. She was a co-star, actually. It's one of her first movies. You go another clue. Who wants this $5? Of all the things I miss my mind the most. Now, she did not say the quote in the movie. So don't you smart asses be trying to use your little chat GBT to try to scour the transcript for Angelina Jolie. She didn't say it. It ain't gonna work. It's AI proof. You gotta use your brain. Moving along. We'll come back to that by the end of today's class. Anybody in here with me yet? Let's see. Y'all ain't hit my doggone y'all ain't hit my like button yet though. Okay. I'll be a little forgiving. Words matter. And we're gonna skip the monologue, get right into it. I've noticed, and I've spoken on this previously, in today's environment, people just make up words or definitions for words. And nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. Y'all even make up your own grammar and diction. Y'all be posting things. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? That ain't a word. And that's not how that word is used. Two things are happening. Your spelling and grammar and diction is horrible, and you're using words incorrectly on top of that. No wonder y'all can't read. You Gen Z. No wonder you can't read. Here's the problem I have. What is good? And I blame you baby boomers, parents, and you Gen X parents too. I'm getting my foot in y'all ass today too. Y'all let y'all kids get away with saying things that ain't true. You ask a child in school, how are you doing in school? I'm doing good, they'll say. So my question is, what does that mean? Because taken on face value, we would like to think good are A's and B's. That's what good used to mean. In today's world, good mean I showed up for class. That's all good means. It gives you no indication of how they're performing in said classes. And then when you see the report cards and you see they're not passing their grades, but they're benefiting from No Child Left Behind policies that the Democrats put in place. Merit has been removed from schools, so they just kept passed along, and only 30% of them can read and write and do math on their grade level by the time they graduate. So what the hell have they been doing for from K through 12 for 13 years or more of their lives? I would like to know. I've gotten that response. And then I come back and be like, tell me we're doing good. Oh, I am. But you can't read. And you can't count and do math on a grade level. And you're not passing your classes. So how do you explain this to me? But I'm the bad guy because I'm saying something about it. How dare I to question what my child is doing in school? And how dare I question what their mother is allowing to happen in her house? I have no control over her house. But how dare I? I'm bashing black women if I say that. But those who rule over them cause them to err. Let God be true and every man be a liar. Amen. Amen. Y'all quick to amen everything else. Children are our oppressors, and women rule over them. Amen. Amen. Oh boy, my foot all on that ass. Y'all mad? Y'all gonna be mad clicking off today. I ain't gonna have no viewers on this video. Those words are true. The things written before time are written for today's learning. Amen. So I don't want to hear nobody, oh, that was back then. Nothing new under the sun. Amen. Amen. Interesting. Very interesting. Trying to teach y'all something. And that's another problem among the diaspora. Okay. Give y'all a new word. The diaspora. We don't do what other groups of people do that are successful. Asian people ain't all smart, but that's the imagery we have. Well, why is that? Well, Asian people don't send all of their kids, try to send all of their kids to college. They don't waste time with little Tink Tink in them, with the dumb kids. The dumb kids is gonna be picking rice and working in the Nike plant. They not in all engineers, okay? It's only a small percentage of them that are such. Very small. Because in other groups of people found the Middle Easterns don't do it. No other group of people does that except black people. We try to funnel all of our kids into college. We got in our minds that somehow, quote unquote, education leads to financial independence and freedom. It does not. And it doesn't help dumb become smart. Not on the college level. Things that they were supposed to have already learned the previous 13, 14 years. Now the college professors got to start over with remedial shit. We the only group of people doing that. Why ain't no such thing as historical Asian colleges and universities? Why that ain't a thing? Ain't no historical Hispanic universities. We the only people with a set aside for colleges, and we ain't performing. We not performing. And nobody finds that odd but me. We got whole universities that have been operating since right after slavery. So since the 1865, damn near, we've been operating historical black colleges and universities, and our kids are dumb as shit. And we ain't being honest about it. Oh, look, Lil Ray Ray smart. Lil Keisha smart. No, the fuck they not. When we gonna tell the truth? When we they nigger slick, as my grandmother would call it. They nigger slick. That's what they are. They're not smart. They're not intelligent. That's why only what is it now? 27% of black women hold a bachelor's degree or higher, but black women are so educated, right? According to Jasmine Crockett, they're the most educated. Well, she's highly educated, and she should know that ain't true. So, and I would assume she does know it's not true, but she says it anyway because she's pandering to you. She's playing in your fucking face. The highest group of educated women in this country are Asian women, and they're only 6% of the population, roughly. They may even be smaller than that. They 60% of them have a bachelor's degree or higher, followed by white women at like 40 something percent. Black women is half of white women. Damn near. Stop letting people play in your face. You all got access to the world's information in your pocket, and the only thing you can find useful to do with it is scroll fucking TikTok. And look for dick, by the way. That's the other thing. Scroll TikTok and look for dick. And buy shit on Amazon. Those are the three things black women predominantly do with their smartphones. Prove me wrong. Hell, they won't even use the damn GPS majority of the time. They'll start using GPS in the middle of them driving. They won't start out before they pull off, putting in the destination. They try to put in the destination at the light or on the highway. Why didn't you put in the destination before you left? Because we smart. That's smart. That's what smart women do. Right. But I'm bashing. And then the men they worse because they've been raised by the women. Those who lead you cause you to err. Comes back to you, ladies. I'm sorry. But fellas, the foot ain't out your ass yet either. You baby boomers, you old ninjas, y'all the ones letting them do it. Your punk asses. You won't say shit because you scared they ain't gonna give you no coochie. Well, they ain't giving you no coochie anyway. Grandma and them, great grandma and them was giving up way more coochie to y'all, to y'all granddaddies and great granddaddies than y'all get today. Y'all niggas is damn near virgin with you jerking off in the sock ass, dry dick having. Oh man, don't get me started on you men. If we gonna call you that. I don't know, even though y'all fit the definition anymore. Y'all boys. Y'all don't know how to be men. Y'all won't even speak up in your own houses. You walk around in your house like a little mouse, like a little sheep, scared to talk because you don't want to make her mad. I don't give a fuck. I say what I want to say. And guess what? They don't respect you anyway. They don't respect you for that. They just know you a pushover and you drying their coochie up even more by acting like that. Goofy. I get more coochie than most of y'all, and I'm disabled. Explain that. I done proved it. Time and time again. Remember, the ladies call me the Cookie Monster. That's not by accident. Words matter. What does I'm doing good mean? What does that mean? Again, it used to mean you was getting A's and B's in school, and you was on the honor roll. That was good. C's and D's are average and below average. And that's what most of y'all got in school, and your kids are worse than y'all. Y'all wasn't smart or intelligent and recognized as such at any point, K through 12. You barely graduated. Now your kids are worse than you. Now, excellent with straight A's, perfect attendance, and straight A's. Because generally speaking, to get straight A's, you needed to be there in school. So that's usually one of the first things I pay attention to. Are you going to school? Or are you cutting class and things like that? That tells me a lot about you, your character, your parents' character. Because in today's world, it's so easy to keep track of that. They text message you, you get the automated voicemails and emails. That's 3 ways of communication that happens on a daily basis in today's world. So if you don't know your child is cutting class or why they cutting class and all, you don't have no clue, you are failing as a parent. And that's the reason why the child ain't progressing with their grade level on time. They 2 and 3 years behind. But they know everything. You have a conversation with them, I know, they try to teach you and don't know a fucking thing, just like their mama and daddy. Don't know shit. We the only group of people that operate like that. Other groups of people recognize, I'm not the smart one in the group. Let me figure out what the smart people are doing and tap into them and let them guide our nation. No. Black people, the dumbest among us, is out here trying to lead us. You ain't got no books in your house no more. You was a bad student or average to below average student. Let me put it that way. And how well you do in school, particularly high school, is an indication of how well you're going to do throughout your life. So if you was average to below average in school, you're going to be average to below average in the real world when you become an adult. This is tried and tested time and time again. But Black people just think somehow, some way, they are going to be the exception. And then our women are spending the next 20 to 30 years of their lives trying to get a piece of paper that they should have got before they turned 21, when they was in their 20s. And they think that's an accomplishment. It took you 20 to 30 years to do something that should have only taken you 3 to 4 when you were 20. Nobody's hiring old women. Jazzy Crockett. And Black women, we the most educated, but why we the least hired? Because y'all dumb. And you think you smart and you think you know everything, and it takes you too long to get there. Nobody's hiring old Black women but Uber and DoorDash and Grubhub and now GoPuff. That's who hiring y'all. You ain't getting no promotion on that little BS job you got that what you want to call a career. It ain't a career, it's a job. There's a difference between a career and a job. And most of them jobs are going away quickly. Quickly. That's why y'all the most fired. Y'all, you know, that DEI is gone, so you ain't protected there, and you're obsolete. You're not being fired because you're a black woman. You're being fired because you're obsolete. We've been telling you in this space called the manosphere for 6, 7 years now that this is going to be a factor. These things are happening. But y'all who want to talk crap about the manosphere and and what the conversation make the conversations all about relationships, you're missing the other conversations that we've been having on this very topic for years. You're obsolete. Y'all was obsolete 10 years ago. Y'all just like old used cars. Eventually they break down because y'all ain't maintaining them no way. Basic things that you should know. You're just clueless and just floating around life as if these things aren't affecting you and will affect your children. Everybody drives a car for the most part. Can you tell me? Here go another trivia. Well, you can look this one up. What is the most American-made car today? Right off the top of your head, you got 10 seconds. I don't want nobody trying to research it. 10 seconds, go. 1, 2, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10. Ready or not, here I come. The most American-made car in the U.S. today is a Tesla. Most of you didn't know that. Most of you did not know that. Why does that matter, V? Who is that in my chat? Hold on. I got somebody. Wait a minute. Who is that? Let me see. Who I got in my chat? Who I got? Who I got? Gotta keep up with the chat. Gotta keep up with the chat, y'all. Got a couple of people in the chat. Shout out to y'all. Somebody says hi. Thank you. Somebody said good. Okay. Who else we got in the chat? Somebody else said hi. I appreciate y'all. Who else? Who is that? Okay. Couple of y'all. I appreciate you. Welcome to the People's Podcast. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ. You can call me V. Why does it matter that Tesla is the most American car made? I believe that's the Model Y and the Model 3. I think, I'm not sure. They ain't got that many, but who makes these cars? If the car is made in America, who making the damn cars? Who putting them together? Who assembling them? Americans. Those are good paying jobs. Instead of sending your sons and daughters to get a basket weaving degree, send their ass down to Texas, down there to Space Town, and let them do some work. There's a difference between work and a job. This is why previous generations of black folks were more prosperous, because they believed in the value of work. Even though they were less educated, they were more prosperous. So yeah, so when I hear the term "Make America Great Again," I think back to the time period that Black people often skip over. Because we want to be chronic victims. Shout out to Mr. Everett, author Vince Everett. Chronic victimhood he speaks of. And we want to go from slavery to civil rights. Well, it is over 100 years in between those two things. Slavery ended in 1865. Civil rights pretty much ended in 1965. That's 100 years. Well, what happened during those 100 years? A whole lot. Now, did some bad shit happen? Yeah. The black codes, the KKK, the black laws, Jim Crow, bigotry, prejudice, sundown towns. Yes. But Black people still owned more. We had a higher marriage rate. We actually had functioning communities. Those Black Wall Streets that y'all like to tout got constructed during that time period. So at a time when we were scared for our lives every day and being chased and lynched and all of that stuff, both physically and metaphorically and figuratively, we still managed to have more than we do today. At best, y'all got a job, and those are being taken away. Nigga. But y'all too dumb to see it. Because, y'all was C students. I forgot. Y'all was in room 9, as Anton Daniels would call it. Y'all room 9 students with the big crayons. Y'all rode the little bus. Y'all had lunch before everybody else. Y'all ain't get to eat with the rest of us. Y'all slow asses. It's time to be honest about what you are. So maybe we could save a couple of your fucking kids. Mine included. I used to teach this all the time. And I began teaching this when I was a retention manager with McDonald's Corporation. I worked for McDonald's for almost 15 years. And retention manager, basically, they created this position for us. Those of us who were qualified to be store managers, they had too many of us and not enough stores to give us. So of our own. So they made us retention managers, which is basically an assistant area supervisor. And for some of the larger districts, you were effectively an area supervisor. We were responsible for retaining employees, retaining customers as well. Both things. And one thing that we acknowledge that, well, according to McDonald's SOPs, standard operating procedures back then, from the time they take your money to the time they're handing you your bag or your tray should be 90 seconds. And if you do that, that is not an A. So when I'm coming around to your store and I'm assessing your store, you don't get an A on your grade for hitting the 90-second mark. You get a C. You're doing what you're supposed to do. That's the average. 90 seconds is average. Now, the good grade would be 80 seconds. That's a B. 70 seconds or less is extraordinary. Y'all are clicking. That's an A. A plus. So I apply that logic elsewhere I went in my corporate America careers. If you're doing what you're supposed to do, whether it's TTL, dead air, quality, whatever metric we're using to evaluate you, there is a benchmark. That benchmark is C. That is the average what the company is expecting you to do. Your talk time, TTA, total talk time. So if your talk time is 5 minutes and your average talk time comes out to be, 5 minutes, you're at a C. Now, if you're hitting 4 minutes, you're at a B. And you're not cutting any corners to get there. You're doing everything, hitting all your scripts, all your talking points. You're at a B. If you're at 3 minutes or less, and you're hitting all your other marks, that's an A. But within a call center, it gets, in especially a sales environment, it becomes a little bit more complex than that. I'm being very general. Because I would rather somebody use the 5 minutes, especially if they're not a top performer in sales, because I'm going to look at that first. Are you talking too much or not enough? Because both things can be happening, So I would evaluate it, on a case-by-case basis. But generally speaking, Wells Fargo, you had to transfer calls to the sales department, and you had to, a certain metric you had to hit. And you had scripting you had to read, disclaimers, federal disclaimers. Were you doing that every time? And if you're not doing it, I'm going to look at your talk time. Yeah, you're at 3 minutes, but you're not hitting your metrics, your other metrics. So no wonder you're at 3 minutes. You're leaving gaps of the call flow out. Well, same thing with these kids. I mean, what does it mean to be good? I'm doing good, Dad, because you were there most of the time. Hell, nigga, that's you getting lunch. You were just showing up to make sure you ate during the day. That's the way I look at that. You're there doing nothing. You're not performing. You're not doing your homework, because then I start talking to teachers, and that's without fail, he ain't turning in his assignments. What are you doing? But you got time to be on that PlayStation. You got time for extracurriculars and things of that nature. But I'm the bad parent because I'm saying something and I'm the disciplinarian. Mom is letting you do what you want to do because she don't give a shit if you fail to succeed. Because she's going to turn around and point the finger at me. Oh, your dad ain't doing nothing. It's all on me, and I'm so hard, and I'm a single mama. You made yourself that way, ma'am. You were a married woman living in a cul-de-sac in your own house, and you chose not to do what you were supposed to do and remove the kids from that scenario because you thought you would do better with other men, and you've done far worse. Another conversation. But my story is not unique. And that's what the Manosphere space has provided. Men have compared notes, and we've heard the same bullshit. It's the same results, and it's the same point the finger at the men. But when we got the kids by ourselves, we don't have those issues. Nor do we blame the mamas. Well, mama wasn't there. No, daddy finds a way. What does good mean? I'm doing good. What does that mean? I'm just showing up. Barely. Because that's mama's attitude. Mama think I show up here every day and I maintain you. I feed you barely. I put a roof over your head, even though I'm heavily subsidized to do that. Every step of the way, she's heavily subsidized, but she want extra credit for doing things, doing basic maintenance for decisions that she made. Men do not control who gets born. That is 100% in the realm of what women decide. Women choose what man, they choose when they having sex, they choose when they get pregnant based on their own ovulation cycles that they are responsible for. They've had access to abortions and birth control and 34 other forms of birth control. Men have no control or knowledge, for the most part, of any of those things. Women don't discuss when their cycle is coming and going. The only thing we'll know is I'm spotting. They'll tell you that when they don't want to have sex, or when you're in the middle of sex and they realize they spotting. That's as far as we go. They don't tell us, oh, my period usually comes around the 7th of every month. Even though you got all kind of apps and scales and devices that track their periods for them. They got the iPhones, they just don't use them. The Apple Watches track it. We don't have that knowledge or information, but they do. They just choose not to use it and be responsible. So men have no control over who gets born. None. That's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is who gets into a relationship. That's the man. We decide. That's why we make a proposal to make somebody our wives. They don't propose to us, men. We propose to them. It's a business proposal. Men are in love, women are in business. We need to get that corrected. Men need to be in business. But we're making the proposal. Even when we was kids in elementary school, you like me? Check yes or no in the box. Men did that. Boys. Or am I lying? Let me see that again. Hold on. Let me check my chat. I'm trying to keep up. I'm legally blind for those of y'all who don't know. That's why I keep knowing it. People keep saying, say hi. I don't know what relevance that has to any fucking thing I'm talking about. So if you're going to be fucking silly, get the fuck off my channel. This is not games. This is not kiddie time. This is grown people talk over here on the People's Podcast. And if you don't fucking like it, get the fuck out. Move around. There are plenty of places to be out in these YouTube streets. But I'm trying to talk about something serious and you want to learn, then sit here and shut the fuck up. That's why your kids are goddamn retarded, because you was the dumbass in class, always had something to fucking say while the teacher's talking. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am the Dark Knight. I am the Black Matter. I am the Daywalker. I am the Shogun of Charlotte. Show enough. I am Mr. Big Balls himself. The ladies call me the Cookie Monster. You can call me Pumpkin Escobar. I am the author, two-time published author. You can find my book, Me Dos Centimos, on Amazon. It is the 10-year anniversary. I am also the artist and photographer, formerly known as Van Johnson. I am the Heisenberg of this ish. They call me the Heisenberg. because I bring you that raw, that pure, that straight, no chaser, never stomped on, stepped on, no impurities, no baking soda, nothing but the pure blue truth. Say my name. You goddamn right. Welcome to the People's Podcast. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ. They call me the champ because I say the things you can't say because you will be attacked. Don't repeat me without quoting, without citing me. Blame me. Say Izzy said it. I didn't say it. Izzy said it. I'll take all of that smoke. Send their ass over here to the People's Podcast, and I will handle it accordingly to keep y'all hands clean. Now, if you are here to learn something, hopefully, that you didn't know prior to you coming over here. This is not entertainment, edutainment, or any of the tomfoolery or the canery. This is a place of strategic thinking, four-dimensional abstract awareness. This is the timeline that we're on over here. And if that ain't you, you know everything and you good, then get the fuck out. How about that? I don't play games with people. And I don't like people playing in my chat. It's disrespectful to those who want to learn. And there are young people who come over here and they see y'all old asses acting goofy as shit. And then we wonder why the kids is acting goofy. Say hi the fuck out of here. How about that? I don't play games. And I don't like people playing games with me and disrespecting my channel. Moving along. I'm concerned about these young people. I have 4 kids. They all are Zoomers. They're all under the age of 30. I have a grandchild who is an alpha. I'm concerned about the future. And we got to start making some corrections. If we're going to save the quote-unquote community, as my good friend Obsidian would call it, I don't think there is any saving it. It's going to take the end of the world. That's what the prophecy says. I tend to lean towards the prophecy, but I'll play devil's advocate, just to have a entertaining discord. If it's going to be saved, it needs immediate correction because we're not reproducing fast enough. And at this rate, we'll not breed ourselves into future existence, if that makes sense to you. Y'all always talk about the white man, but our biggest killer, it's not the white man today. It's not high blood pressure, diabetes, and kidney failure. It's not vegetarianism and veganism and all of that other ism bull crap. The biggest killer among black men, black children, are black women. That's a fact. And we got to be honest about it. over 85% of the men incarcerated today from our so-called demographic are single mama raised by design. That was a design. It's a feature. It's not a bug, it's a feature. It's by design. They call it eugenics. That's part of the eugenics is not just limited to Parent Plannedhood or whatever they call that shit. Planned Parenthood, right? Ironically, there is no plan. And there aren't any parents. You got single people, you got single baby mamas and single baby daddies, but you ain't got no parents today. That goes into those flat stat categories as identified by Dr. T. Hassan Johnson, my friend, professor of Black Studies in Fresno State. You can search his channel out on YouTube. He talks about these issues daily. Him along with BGS Idmore and the Green Gorilla and other such distinguished members of this space we operate in here. As I told y'all, there's more conversations going on than dumbass relationship talk by dumbass ninjas who don't know shit about relationships. It got dark. It must have got cloudy. I didn't. Curious now. Now I'm curious. Wow, my bad. Yeah, it did get a little cloudy because it, sure enough, should be way brighter than what it is. Still humid though. Still very humid. A little sun must have went behind the clouds. We gotta start addressing, and it's that I use the example about the dog crapping on the floor, and if nobody cleans it up because y'all want to be positive and ignore the shit on the floor and the smell, it's gonna keep funking up the house. Well, that's the black demographic today. There is no community. Y'all letting piles of shit build up. Ain't nobody addressing the negative. The only way you can get to the positive is if somebody got to deal with the negative. You can't have up without down. You can't have left without right. You can't have positive without negative. It's not possible. But y'all want to have vibes and feelings and we're just going to be positive. And how's that working for us? Those of you who just tuning in, whether it be here on YouTube or I'm also simulcasting live on Facebook, X, somewhere else too, I can't remember. Thank you for joining me. Welcome to the People's Podcast. I am your host, Z Ben Israel, the People's Champ. This podcast podcast has been running on multiple platforms for 16 years now. I started it back in 2010. We don't have a lot of numbers here. I'm not trying to build. I'm not an entertainer. I'm not here to. I'm an educator. I'm an edifier. I'm a teacher. That's what I am. I say funny shit here and there, though. I mean, I'm kind of funny here and there, but I told a funny story last night, though. You missed out on that, go watch my last video, V After Dark. Well, that story I told last night, true story, and I found it funny after the fact. In the moment, that shit was not funny. That shit pissed me the hell off. But in hindsight, it was a lot of funny shit that happened in that moment that I later kind of chuckled at. Stop smashing 50-plus-year-old women who ain't had no D in a long time. That is not going to work out good. Most 9 times out of 10. And I've done it enough. I've done the research for y'all. It don't work out 90% of the time. It's a lot of bull crap. Uh-oh. Hold on, my other phone. Hello? Oh, shit. Yep. They always hang up when I answer. You call him back. I'm sorry, y'all. Pardon me. I had to take it. Yo, you know this house is big, man. I can't run to the phone as fast as I used to. Yeah, get to it. Yeah. That's what I did. What's up with you though? Yeah. Come through. I see when you're here. I appreciate it. My man Bobby still, y'all. I'm sorry. I had to take that. Take that. Shout out to Diddy. Wherever he may be. Is that dude still on Rikers? I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good place for him, because that dude is a predator. Like, I don't worry about his safety. I worry about the safety of the regular prisoners. Like, Diddy in there. I remember, what was that damn show with Empire? When Lucius was in jail and Chris Rock was the character that was also in jail, and Chris Rock was kind of like running the jail. That's Diddy right there. Diddy running Rikers right now. I believe that's my story. That's where I see it happening. That dude a monster, but I'm a monster too, so I respect it. I'm legally blind, y'all. That's why I keep moving in close to the camera, so I can. I know some of y'all, why don't you put on your glasses? Because I'm fucking legally blind, asshole. You think I don't know what glasses do for me? Y'all so stupid. Do y'all not know how vision works? Some people are nearsighted and some people are farsighted. Leave it at that. So I'm doing what I need to do to see. Okay? These glasses ain't gonna help me see what I need to see right now. I'll put them on when I need to benefit from them. So, what does I'm doing good mean? And people use that in real life beyond school. You be like, yo, how you doing, man? Oh, I'm doing good. Are we? Black folk, we doing good? I got a cousin who's doing well, but he wouldn't say that. He a working man. He the only cousin I know that got a swimming pool, nice house. Him and his wife doing okay, I would say, and that's what they would say. Um, but if you ain't up to his level, what the hell are you doing? You ain't got no swimming pool in your backyard, so what are you doing? Hmm. See, but we don't like to measure ourselves as men no more against other men, and we can't be honest and go. And it started with really the baby boomers. We can't look at another man and go, he's doing better than me. Let me get my shit together. Let me, and this is where sports come in. At an early age, you meet a guy that's better than you, that's faster than you, stronger than you, and you decide, you know what? I want to get like him. I'm going to put in the extra work. I'm going to run harder. I'm going to practice longer, more suicides, more layups. I'm a Kobe Bryant this shit. Shout out to the mama, rest in peace. I'm a Mike Jordan this shit and shoot 1,000 jump shots a day until I get better than everybody. We don't have that mentality anymore. I'll prove it. Well, I have proved it. We spend more money as Americans, $87 billion projected to soon be at $100 billion a year on hair care. We don't even spend a fraction of that on out-of-pocket expenses for our children's educations. Have you ever paid for a tutor for your children? No. Black people, no. White people do. Have you ever paid in specialized tutors? They'll have a math tutor, English tutor. They'll have a tutor for note-taking. I didn't even know that was a thing until I went to college. I was at USC the first semester, USC Honors College, Columbia, South Carolina in 1994. And that's a white school, by the way. Predominantly white university. Boy institution. And I was in class. My roommate was a Korean dude named Walter. And Walter was so damn weird. Walter would compulsively wash his hands. He would wash his hands, sit down, 5 minutes later he up washing his hands. And I'm trying to study. And I seen that dude, I paid it because I'm analytical and I notice things like this. He must have did it about 10 times that hour. And he got up one last time. I said, Walter, if you get up to wash your hands again, I'ma beat the fuck out of you. Do you understand me? He ain't get up no more. I don't think he realized what he was doing. I think it was just one of them neuromuscular dysfunction. For those of you who had psychology in college, it's a neuromuscular dysfunction. And he didn't realize, but after I threatened to whoop his ass, he realized very quickly. Oh, he learned very quickly. Shout out to Walter. And his father was like the godfather of Korea. Oh my God. Tell y'all about that dude. His father came to see him. And he knocked on our room door. I went to the door. And it was two big Korean dudes. His father was like a little midget, like 5'2". And The two big dudes are standing in front, and they kind of moved out of the way so Dad could speak. Mr. Walter here. I'm like looking at these big dudes. Yes, I ain't no Korean dudes came that big. I'm like, yes, sir. I'm about 5'7", 5'8". These dudes had to be about 6 foot tall Koreans. I ain't never seen that. So they came in the room after I said, yeah, Walter's here. Sir. Sir, yes, sir. And the big dudes, they moved out the way. Well, no, they came in first and checked out the room, looked around. They gave Big Daddy the nod, and then Big Daddy came in. And he gave me a look like, nigga, you need to step outside. And I stepped outside with the bodyguards and shit. I'm kicking it with them in the hallway. And I don't know what Walter and his dad talked about, but that was a badass dude. That's all I know. We in Columbia, South Carolina, and he got 2 bodyguards. Where the hell did he find 2 Korean bodyguards 6 foot tall in Columbia, South Carolina? Please let me know. Dad must have imported them motherfuckers. And they look thorough. I'm from the hood. I know tough dudes when I see them. Them motherfuckers is tough. And I ain't trying them. My little boxing skills wasn't ready, okay? I ain't trying these dudes. But funny times, man. I can look back on memories now and I see humorous moments throughout my 50 years on this earth. I see things that, at the moment didn't readily appear that funny. But later on, when I thought about it, when I revisited it, that shit was funny as hell. But a lot of these podcasters y'all listen to, they ain't got no experience. They ain't. How can I tell? Not all. Shut the fuck up. Okay. My job is assessing people, evaluating people, reading body language. I'm trained professionally to do that, and I was very good at it. So don't tell me what the fuck I can and can't do. Maybe because you don't have that skill, that's on you, but I do. And and I haven't been wrong. Ask Amanaz. I assess people, and sometimes she disagree, and that's V, and then she'll come back to it years later, like, damn, nigga, you was right. I know I was right. I think she got to the point now she don't even question shit I say sometimes. Shout out to Amanaz. She'll be in the chat soon with her signature. Hey, y'all. I made her a fly ass avatar yesterday. Maybe she'll post it on her channel and show y'all. She gonna go, oh, that's cute. Really? Do you know how long it took me to write that prompt? That wasn't something I just popped in and pushed the button and it spit it out. I had to write the prompt for that. Okay? Anyway. She going through it right now. Her make sure we give Amanaz our condolences. Her granddad just passed away, and she's taking that hard. Her and her sister. Her sister just got down here from DC. I talked to her yesterday, so they having a little rough time. So I'm giving her space to breathe. Cause normally I talk to her once a day at least, and I didn't hear from her yesterday at all. So yeah, I'm thinking about what Bobby just said to me now. Trying to put this list of stuff I need to get because he's about to run me to the store. In my head, I'm multitasking. I'm good at that, but we gotta decide at some point if we serious about. I'm of the belief that everybody don't make the boat, and only 1/3 of us, according to my belief system, is gonna make the boat. The other 2/3 is gonna die and burn like everybody else. Everybody don't have that belief, so I'm speaking to those of you who do not have that belief. Y'all believe it, be positive, and you could save everybody, and even though the world is spinning faster and it's getting worse. And we're catching up to Sodom and Gomorrah, and we're gonna blow past that history. It's gonna be worse than what it was in Sodom. We're not there yet. All I say is get your popcorn ready. One thing I could say about Donald Trump is he's calculating, and eventually he's going to lose his patience. And when you make emotional decisions, you make mistakes. And I think he's going to fuck around and make a mistake. That's going to be very dramatic. And that coincides exactly with the scriptures say is going to happen. So that's what I expect to happen. Wait a minute, I thought Trump was your boy. I'm entertained by it. I'm waiting for the world to burn. Honestly, to be honest with you, if you understand my belief system, and until that happens, this shit is just entertainment. Because, see, I already know the outcome. We win in the end. So, y'all ninjas who's trying not to win, I find y'all funny too. Let that man say whatever the fuck he want to say. That should be funny to me. He is very funny. And the reactions of the other side are funny too. I find all of that shit entertaining. It's like watching like a comedy show. Do I take a comedy show seriously? No, it's entertainment. I just ain't got to buy a ticket for it. I can just turn it on the TV and get it for free every day. I ain't got to buy no tickets. I got a front row seat in surround sound. Dolby, I got DTS X and Dolby. I'm enjoying all of it because I know the end. I seen the script. I got a sneak peek at the script. I'm gonna wrap this up because I got to get ready to bounce. I just wanted to hop on here and pose that question: what is good? Because words matter. Context matters. Again, good used to be A's and B's. Excellent were A's and A plus. Average is C or below. We're calling C's and D's good. Unfucking believable. Astounding, actually. But that's all I got for y'all today. On your way out the door, please hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons, please, for me. That's all I ask. And send me $2 for the Pure Leaf Tea Fund. Keep your boy hydrated. Make sure y'all stay tuned to the People's Podcast. I am your host, V. Ben Israel, the People's Champ. Well, I'm sorry. You can call me V. It's your boy.